My name is Bill.
And my name is Danny.
And we are
a couple of park hoppers. And we are here at SeaWorld Orlando for their Christmas celebration.
We came here last night to scope out the scene, see what the 2021 SeaWorld Christmas was all about. Because we've done Disney Christmas, we've done Universal Christmas, we know what that's all about. But guys, I can't even kid around with you. SeaWorld Christmas is amazing. So really amazing that we came back here for a second night in a row.
And we want to show you guys all of the awesome offerings that SeaWorld has for Christmas. There's so much that people don't know. There's so much that we didn't know that they had.
Right.
And I used to work at SeaWorld in San Antonio, and there are things that SeaWorld Orlando has that SeaWorld San Antonio didn't used to have. So the offerings are endless, and we're just excited to do this all a second night and to bring you guys with us.
For sure. Like I said, we wanted to come back a second night and cover even more, and you're going to see everything that we saw over the course of those 2 nights in this video. We saw fireworks, we saw professional ice skating, we saw a Sesame Street Christmas parade, we had hot chocolate with refillable mugs that you can get refills for 99 cents.
We're going to tell you about a little thing
lanyard
right here, something cool that we got. But
much more.
I don't want to waste another second
to
go get Mary. Let's go have a whale of a time.
Let's go. All right, we are walking into SeaWorld Orlando, and the first thing that you see when you walk in is they have a jolliest scavenger hunt going on here. And if you guys scan that QR code there, you can see everything that it's all about. And we learned last night that there is a special prize that you get if you complete the scavenger hunt. And all you have to do to complete the SeaWorld Holiday Hunt is to search for the Coca-Cola holiday icon during SeaWorld's Christmas celebration. And then you get that prize, which is a really cool red beanie that has SeaWorld Orlando and the Coca-Cola logo on it. And it's absolutely free. However, last night we went there to go claim our prize, and they were out. It does say while supplies last.
Yes.
And we're hoping to maybe get one tonight, but we'll see.
Now, as we're walking in, you guys can see already it feels very Christmassy. The lighthouse over here to our left is lit up in green. Now, sometimes that means villains in some
in different parks.
In different parks, but here it means Christmas. And there are already lights and decorations everywhere that you look. Every inch of this park is absolutely covered in Christmas.
And if you guys can see in the video here, the Christmas lights on the Christmas tree do dance every couple of seconds with like a little bit of a chime, which is cool. It almost sounds like the thing from Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, where it's like ding 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 ding.
Yeah, and it does sound like that. But if you look at the tree, you can actually see that it has all sorts of beautiful tropical fish in it. So we're getting a nice close look at this tree, and you can see lots of tropical fish. We've also got starfish, and just the entire tree is covered in lights and Christmas ornaments and just beautiful creatures from the ocean. And then, like we were saying, it dances every few seconds, and it's just absolutely gorgeous.
So early 2022 here at SeaWorld Orlando. You guys can see the track here. This is the brand new Icebreaker coaster that is opening, like I said, early 2022. Look at Vanna White over here showing us the coaster up above. This looks awesome, and it goes right above some of the walkways here at SeaWorld Orlando. I cannot wait to ride this.
I'm so excited.
All right, we are here at Bayside Stadium here at SeaWorld Orlando, and we're going to go check out the Winter Wonderland on Ice show and see what that's all about.
Yeah, so this show looks really cool. The description is, Christmas comes to life on a stage of ice, jewels, and lights as skaters dazzle and delight in a show-stopping ice skating extravaganza.
So every night the shows are at 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m.
Right.
And so we're here to check out the 7 o'clock show, so why don't you come join us?
Let's go see it.
So as pre-show entertainment for the Winter Wonderland on Ice show, they actually have a live violinist that's playing with some beautiful Christmas music in the background down here on the ice.
Winter Wonderland on Ice.
Merry Christmas, may your New Year
Bayside Stadium, you can actually go ice skating. And they call it on the app Public Ice Skating at Bayside Stadium. And it says guests can now experience outdoor ice skating at Bayside Stadium. You and your family can skate alongside the water of SeaWorld's Central Lagoon throughout the day in our beautiful winter wonderland. And you can do that at 10 o'clock, at 12 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, and at 3 o'clock. So once it gets darker and they have other shows, you can't skate. It does come with an additional charge for the skates, but it's something awesome you can do here in Florida.
And you can't bring your own skates.
You cannot bring your own skates, yeah.
You have to rent the skates. You can't bring your own skates into the park.
Yeah, so you can't bring your own skates into the park. If you do, you can't use them. I don't even know if they would probably let you in with skates. But it is an additional charge. But what a cool thing to do in Orlando, where there's not going to be any ice normally. You can do it right here.
So, some good news. We actually completed the scavenger hunt last night, and we came in here to Wild Arctic Gifts, and we showed them the fact that we completed the survey last night, and they have the hats. Really exciting. Check out these hats. One side it says SeaWorld Orlando. There's really nice red and white beanies. And on the back it says Coca-Cola. So really exciting. We got our hats tonight, even though last night was way colder.
It was so cold, and we walked all the way over here, and they were like all gone. And so we got them tonight. We are about to go into Rudolph's Christmas Town, and this opens at 5 p.m. every day. So when you're walking around in here, you get to immerse yourself in the story. You get to stroll past these life-size storybook pieces that some of them have sound, some of them move. And then you also get to do meet and greets, and there's all this awesome merch. So let's go check it out.
This is not the Rudolph meet and greet, but this is awesome little thing by the entrance here. So in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the story begins as Santa pays a visit to the Donner family cave to meet a new arrival. And he makes some noise.
And you get to hear the sound of his nose. So when you hit the button, that's the sound that we hear.
So as you walk around Rudolph's Christmas Town, there's Christmas lights everywhere, as there is all around SeaWorld Orlando.
There's Christmas on every inch of this property.
But one of the cool things about Rudolph's Christmas Town is these storyboards, like the one we showed you before. And here at the reindeer games, Rudolph soared into the air, hiding his nose before his secret was exposed.
I'm gonna hit the button. I wonder what it's gonna do.
She thinks I'm cute. She said I'm cute.
He said that Clarice thinks he's cute.
She thinks I'm cute. She said I'm cute.
Rudolph heads out to be independent and meets new friends Hermie the elf and Yukon Cornelius. Together, they flee the abominable snow monster.
Ooh, that's a scary sound.
So over here at this very cool looking icy cave is where you can meet the abominable snowman, aka Bumble, and yes, we can confirm he does bounce. Ah, there he is, poking out of his cave. Oh no, not Bumble! Ah! He's playing hide and seek with us. Uh-oh. Hey, there he is. What a handsome Bumble.
What a great Bumble.
Let's go meet Bumble.
So right here you can actually meet Rudolph. However, it seems like Rudolph is off helping Santa. But we got to meet him yesterday, and we're going to show you that right now. King Moonracer, ruler of the island of Misfit Toys, asks Rudolph to tell Santa about the homeless toys. A toy is never truly happy until it is loved by a child.
There's another high button over here that we're going to press and see what sound that makes.
My name is Charlie.
He's a Charlie in the box. That's why he's a misfit toy.
Back at Christmas Town, everyone has a job to do to get ready for Christmas. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the button.
Looky what he can do.
Bumble put the star on the tree because he's so tall. So as you exit Rudolph's Christmas town, of course, with any theme park, there's a gift shop. However, all the Rankin Bass characters and all the people from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer are featured here in the gift shop. So we're going to show you around a little bit in here.
So we're going to show you guys some of the merch that we have outside of Rudolph's Christmas town. And first we're going to show you some of the Bumble merch. We have a shirt that says, it's a long sleeve shirt, Bumble's Christmas Tree since 1964. And my favorite thing about this shirt is the back.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think this is an awesome shirt. And then we also have a softball tee with Bumble. He's wearing like a fleece.
A flannel.
A flannel, yeah. It says 'tis the season. He's drinking hot cocoa. There's nothing on the back of that. And then you can get like a bigger size Bumble or, a travel size Bumble. Whichever you want to do.
You can get all the Bumbles.
You can get a blanket Bumble.
Oh my goodness.
And here in a second, I'm going to show you what else you can get Bumble. You can also get a Bumble robe.
What?
Or a Rudolph robe.
Oh my goodness.
It's like a regular plush robe. That's so cool. And then we also have a Rudolph blanket, just like we had the Bumble blanket. Or you could get a little Rudolph plush to bring home with you, so you don't have to leave Rudolph just here at SeaWorld. So there's a ton of Rudolph stuff here, as to be expected. And here we have a Rudolph sweatshirt. We also have a Rudolph long sleeve tee that says Merry Christmas, where he's pulling Santa's sleigh. And we also have a Rudolph onesie.
Oh, that's adorable.
These come, yeah, it really is. These come in both youth sizes and adult sizes. Now, that just depends on whether or not you can actually find them, because these have been flying off the shelves. But look, it even comes with, a little hoodie where you can have Rudolph's face and his little red nose right there, too. So we have an awesome t-shirt collection here over in Rudolph's Christmas Town. So for each t-shirt, I did want to show you guys, it says Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on the very back at the top to show its official merch. So here we have Don't Stop Believing with Santa
cute.
Claus. We've got Making Spirits Bright. We got Bumble all wrapped up in his lights. We've got Bumble with all the candy canes. He's got a Santa hat, and it says Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on the front. We got Bumble, and he is surfing on a little snowboard that says Bumble, which is pretty cool. This is for a smaller child, but just like Rudolph with some little glittery snowflakes. And then we also have...
Yukon Cornelius.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like it's from, advertising his brand, which is really cool. It's a really cool shirt. Then we've got, just a Rudolph shirt, because you came to visit Rudolph at SeaWorld, so you got to go home with a Rudolph shirt.
There's also an amazing ornament selection here. We've got Santa and Rudolph. We got Bumble with some candy canes. We got Bumble with some Christmas lights. We've also got these large hand-painted glass ornaments and these really awesome snow globe type things that if you turn them on, the glitter kind of floats around in there, which is really cool.
It wouldn't be a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer store without our friend Hermie. Look how cute he is. He's the new version of Elf on a Shelf.
Want to put him up there and see if he sits? Watching over our every move, making sure that we're passing dentist school. There we go. Perfect.
As with every theme park, we have bubble wands in Bumble and Rudolph.
It's a Bumble wand.
It's a Bumble wand.
And walking out of the Christmas Town store, we have one more storyboard and...
Ready, Rudolph?
Ready, Santa?
So as you can hear in the background there, the Winter Wonderland show just ended, the second version of that tonight. And there's also a beautiful fountain here in the lagoon that you can see. And all around the lagoon, there's beautiful Christmas lights and one giant Christmas tree smack in the middle.
And these are the dancing trees. So they call this the Sea of Trees. and they dance with music and shows that happen throughout the night, and it's really awesome. It's stunning to see.
So as Danny was saying, you guys can see that the trees do dance around here to Christmas music all night long in the lagoon, all the way around over by the stadium. It looks so cool. You can see a snowman there on the big tree, and all the Christmas trees just changed to different color lights. You got red, you got green, you got blue, white, all kinds of colors. It's such a cool experience here to see that live at SeaWorld. So here at SeaWorld, there's actually a little bit of a food festival going on as well during the Christmas experience. And one of the stops here is Holly Jolly Hot Cocoa. And this stand in particular is one where you can actually get different flavored hot chocolates. There's a $6.99 refillable hot chocolate mug that you can get refills throughout the night for 99 cents. And then there's a specialty flavor that you can get refills for $3.99. And there's butterscotch, gingerbread, white chocolate, toasted marshmallow, and peppermint. There's also an option to make it jolly, quote unquote. For a $5 upcharge, you can add Bailey's, Sheepdog Peanut Butter Whiskey, Kahlua, or peppermint schnapps to your hot chocolate. As you guys can see, we got our official SeaWorld Christmas celebration refillable hot chocolate mugs.
Yeah.
And so we decided, because last night we just had regular hot chocolate, we didn't do anything funky. But tonight we decided to
Festive.
be a little more festive. And we didn't get the Very Merry one just yet.
Not yet.
But we did get a flavor. I got gingerbread in mine.
And I got white chocolate. Now you can't see it because since I brought it over, it's sunk to the bottom.
We don't want to spill it on the camera.
Yeah, but there's actually a little gingerbread man.
Yeah, they were tiny.
Save him. He
Yeah,
sank to
right?
the bottom. And mine came with some white chocolate chips, so we're going to try it and see how they are. Cheers.
Ooh, that tastes really good with the gingerbread. Was it like a syrup in there too, or is it just the gingerbread?
I think
man?
it's syrup.
Ooh.
Here, you want to switch and try?
That's really tasty. Try this. I'll try the white chocolate one. Ooh, I like that. I like them both.
That gingerbread one is kind of like more special though.
Yeah, it definitely tastes a little more Christmassy.
That's gonna be the next one I got, the gingerbread. They also have like different other flavors, so I think we're gonna have to try a couple more of them. But
Yeah, for sure. But I just want to show you guys the cups, how cool they are. That's the SeaWorld Christmas celebration, and they're like probably about 5-6 inches tall, and they hold probably about a 12-ounce hot chocolate. And for a 99-cent refill for the regular hot chocolate, that's not a bad deal at all, especially since the original cup was only $7.
Yeah, and the other thing is you get a discount if you are a pass holder
Right.
on all of this. So our refills last night for 2 hot chocolates were like $1.50.
Can't beat that, especially on a
cannot beat
cold
that.
night like it was last night. Tonight is much more nice out here.
Yeah, so I definitely want to have a couple of hot chocolates while we're walking around because you can
Couple of hot chocolates.
for a couple of park hoppers.
Aw.
And cheers.
All right, so we are about to head into Sesame Street Land here at SeaWorld Orlando.
And we're gonna go see the Sesame Street Christmas Parade. And from what I hear, it's pretty awesome. I mean, if the entrance to Sesame
Right?
Street Land is any indication, with we have Nutcracker Elmo,
And Cookie Monster.
or are they soldiers, toy soldiers?
I think they're nutcrackers.
Regardless, if this is any indication of what this Christmas parade is gonna be like, it's gonna be awesome. Let's go check it out.
Hey, why are you so happy and full of cheese?
It's all Mama's world. Yeah, I love that
awesome was that parade?
It was so cute.
We got started with Big Bird marching right down the middle, and you're a huge Big Bird fan.
I wouldn't even say I'm like a huge Big Bird fan, but like growing up with those characters, hearing their voices and having them come out from the back, I'm like, okay, I don't know who's more excited about this, me or the little kids around me.
So one really cool thing that you can do right on the parade route here, right above Danny here, you can get photos with Elmo and his friends inside this building right here. They're not currently meeting because they're kind of settling down from their dancing routine during the parade, but right in here you can meet Elmo and his friends.
Which we're definitely going to have to come back. I think that this Sesame Street land is absolutely the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Guys, how adorable is this Sesame Street tree?
It's amazing. It has all of our characters from Sesame Street
We've
on
got
it.
Count, we got Bert and Ernie, we got Big Bird, all the way up to Oscar the Grouch, about 3/4 of the way up the tree. And then up there in the tippy top is Elmo. So guys, we wanted to tell you about the lanyard we mentioned earlier in the video here. And this is a SeaWorld Christmas Celebration lanyard tasting and brew sampler. And there's a bunch of food booths around here at SeaWorld Orlando. And for the low price of $50 for 10 punches, or $50 for 12 punches if you're an annual pass holder, they give you a specific card if you're an annual pass holder. As you can see, there's bonus for pass members, number 11 and number 12. It's a pretty good deal because a lot of the items that you get are somewhere between $6.99 and $10.99.
Yeah.
So it comes out to be, if you're a pass holder, for $50, it's about $4 and change per item. So you're essentially 50% off of all the food items.
And you can use this until December 31st.
So the end of the SeaWorld Christmas celebration, this is good for. You can see we've already done 5 punches. Those were last night. But we're going to go around and show you guys some of the food booths here and see what you can get here at the SeaWorld Christmas celebration. So the first booth we're going to visit is Totting Around the Christmas Tree, and they actually have what they call tachos, which are basically tater tot nachos. And it comes with either shredded cheese, sour cream, salsa, and jalapenos, and then your choice of meat. You can get chicken, seasoned beef, or carnitas. And tonight, we went with carnitas. So let's see how those are.
So we've got our tachos, and we went with carnitas. Today we actually asked for some salsa and cheese, so there's tots, carnitas, salsa, and cheese all in there. And as you can see, that's a pretty decent portion.
Yeah, and normally it's $10.99, but because we have the lanyard, it actually comes out to about like $4.50 or so.
Yeah.
So you actually save more than 50% off, which is a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, and the nice thing about this is we can continue using it like through the year. So anytime you are offered a lanyard, in my experience,
Especially here.
yes, especially here, but also at Universal.
At Universal too, the Mardi Gras lanyard we had last year was awesome.
Yeah, but if you are offered a lanyard and the opportunity to buy a lanyard, get the lanyard.
Especially if you're going to come to the park multiple days. Like if you're doing a one-off, it's probably not worth it unless you've got a group of people with you.
Or if you want to know you want to try multiple things.
Right, because most of them are like 10 to 12 items. Like I said, with the pass holder lanyard, you get 12 items, but normally it's 10 for 50, so those are $5 an item, which is still a really good deal. It's definitely worth it to get it if you're planning on coming multiple times to the park, because you can eat for $5 basically per serving, and it includes the drinks as well.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and try these tachos.
All right, we got our forkfuls of tachos here. Let's give this a whirl and see how they are.
All right.
So we had, well, last night they actually didn't have carnitas, they ran out. So we decided to get these again because they do have carnitas, and we got half chicken, half beef last night, and I think carnitas is probably the best one.
Carnitas and then beef and then chicken.
Yeah,
I think.
I would agree with that. The chicken was a little dry, but it was still good, had flavor.
Still good.
But I think the carnitas is probably the best one.
Carnitas is usually not my first choice, but I usually like chicken or beef, but these are really good.
And if you don't know what carnitas is, it's very similar to pulled pork. It's like stringy pulled beef, essentially.
Or like shredded almost.
Yeah, shredded. Yeah, exactly. So, can't recommend the carnitas tachos enough here at SeaWorld.
And then
And
also
get that punch.
get your punch and try all the things. So right behind us is Orca Stadium. And so we are going to go see Orca Encounter.
Yes!
Which is the Shamu show. And so we're going to go check this out.
I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
This is such a great show. Every time you go to SeaWorld, it's such a great show.
They do such an amazing job. The other thing is we did hear that there was a little Christmas
A little
magic.
sprinkle of holiday magic, if you will.
Sprinkle of holiday cheer at the end, so I think we gotta go check it out.
I've got my hot chocolate in hand. We're ready to go. Why don't you go check it out?
Let's go.
Scientifically known as Ursinus orca and commonly called killer whales. Here at SeaWorld, we refer to them as Patina, Malia, Nilani, Trua, and Makaya. If it was still in the water, we wouldn't be weighing the whole whale. So we simply ask our whales to lift their tails up and out of the water.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
SeaWorld! Are you ready for a miracle? I said, are you ready for a miracle? Put those hands together. Oh, there can be miracles. There can be miracles. Yeah, yeah. There can be miracles. Lots of joy. Joy to the world. Hey, joy,
So we just got out of the Orca Encounter, and that is currently SeaWorld Shamu show. So
It was awesome.
It's so awesome. Now, if you come to SeaWorld in the past and you're like, well, what about the Shamu show? Well, that's what the Orca Encounter is. What they've turned to doing is having very educational shows, so people who aren't as familiar with these animals can actually walk away and go, oh, I really learned something about these animals.
It's super educational, and me, not being well versed in the subject, learn a lot at these shows.
Yeah, and in the past, the shows were amazing, but a lot of them were set to music and had less of a focus on education. You could still learn a lot in different shows and different programs, but now, no matter when you see these animals, you learn something about them. And one really cool thing that a lot of people don't know is that when you see these shows, all of the behaviors that you see are actually natural behaviors. And the trainers are just asking them to do these behaviors set to music, and the animals can choose to whether or not they would like to interact with the trainers or not.
And they're so well trained that they usually do.
Well, it's not just that they're so well trained; it's that they want to interact and do these training sessions.
It benefits them.
Yeah, they have such amazing relationships with their trainers. But for me, I've been going to SeaWorld since I was 2 years old. My brain is full of Backstreet Boys lyrics and animal information.
True.
Apparently,
It's very true.
But I love seeing this show, and I love that you have enjoyed seeing this show.
And we got the added bonus of that incredible Christmas music at the end. And it's not really a Christmas-themed show, the
It's
Orca
not,
Encounter.
no.
They don't change it for all the holidays or anything like that. You can see that same show every day here at SeaWorld. But that little bonus at the end was awesome. They
Yeah.
took us to church, baby.
They did take us to church. But anytime you go to an animal show, it's absolutely wonderful. And I don't know about you, but I would come to this show anytime I'm here.
Oh yeah, we saw it the last time we were here at SeaWorld. We saw it tonight, and probably every time we come here going forward.
Yeah, it's always a must, and they always do a fantastic job. And you can just see what a wonderful relationship they have with these killer whales.
So we have another booth here that has loaded mac and cheese bowls. There's a bacon and blue mac and cheese, a lobster mac and cheese, and braised short rib mac and cheese. Now last night we came here, it was a really busy night here, and the lobster mac and cheese was out by the time we got to try it, or we didn't get to try it for that matter. So tonight we decided to come back. They do have the lobster mac and cheese, and we're gonna get the braised short ribs and smoked Gouda mac and cheese again. That's what we had last night, because it was really good. Again, the lanyard, guys. If you're an annual pass holder, you get 12 punches for $50. If you're not, you get 10 punches for $50. So it's $5 or less per punch, and the price on the loaded mac and cheese bowls are $10.99. So you're getting more than 50% off of your price of your meal if you have the lanyard. So it's definitely worth getting that. As you can see, Danny is picking up our food right now. All right, so we got our mac and cheese bowls, our loaded mac and cheese bowls, like I was describing before. We ended up getting the short ribs with the smoked Gouda mac and cheese, and Danny's holding the lobster mac and cheese that we didn't get last night because they were out. So excited that it's back in stock here for tonight.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and try these.
So we had this one last night, so we're gonna try the lobster mac and cheese first and give that one a whirl and see what we're dealing with here.
Let's give it a good mix.
So let's get a good piece of lobster on your fork, and then we'll get some cheese and some of the mac and cheese. Oh yeah, hefty bites.
All right, let's give it a
All
try.
right, ready? Here we go. Ooh, the lobster tastes really fresh. I'm a big lobster guy. Massachusetts native. You got to be a big lobster guy. It tastes really fresh. The only thing that I would adjust with this is have the lobster be warm as well.
Yeah, the lobster
Because
was being chilled.
The
but look,
lobster is chilled on top of the hot macaroni and cheese, which is kind of a weird taste. But together they taste really well. They taste really good.
Very fresh lobster. Now, do you want to try the braised?
Yeah, let's do that real quick. Here we go. So, my mother always told me to never talk with my mouth full, but I'm going to anyway. Very good. I really like the Gouda mac and cheese.
Which one do you think is your favorite? I feel like they're different. It's like apples
they're very
and
different.
oranges.
Yeah, they're hard to compare, because one's like has a hot beef on it, and the other one, like I said, has the chilled lobster. So it's not exactly the same, but I really like the saltiness of the braised beef. I think that goes really well with the mac and cheese, but the lobster is also really, really good.
I think that the braised beef is better because you get a little bit more like of the actual like braised beef.
Yeah.
Where the lobster, just like with lobster with anything, lobster's really expensive.
It is.
So, but the cool thing is like those were like, that's like $22 worth of mac and cheese that we just got with 2 punches.
For like less than $10 basically.
Yeah, so that's almost like half of our card.
So it's
right
definitely
here
worth
in
it.
front of us.
It's definitely worth it to get that punch, because there's so many different things, even savory and sweet, for you to try, and drinks as well that are included on the lanyard. So for $50, whether you're a pass holder or not, you get 10 or 12 punches. It's definitely worth it either way.
Yeah. SeaWorld store. Now, normally SeaWorld has some amazing merch for us to purchase and take a look at, but right now, they've got amazing Christmas merchandise to be able to take advantage of. So we're going to go in and show you guys a couple of awesome things that you can get here at SeaWorld. So a lot of the stuff in here is very similar to what we saw at Rudolph's Christmas Town. So I just want to kind of show you guys, if you wanted to pick up something that you didn't get to pick up at Rudolph's Christmas Town, you can pick it up right here. So on the other side, there's all these awesome ornaments, and there's also SeaWorld themed jingle bells that you can put on your door. There's a lot of really cute themed SeaWorld merch too, like you can get a little Christmas penguin, he's got a little scarf around his neck, or you can get a stocking, and it looks like it's hand stitched, but it's very specific to SeaWorld. You got a killer whale, a dolphin, a penguin, all in a Christmas choo-choo train, and that's for $40. So the fact that we already have stockings and it's $40 is the only reason that this isn't coming home with me today. So we also have some clothing that you can get specific to SeaWorld's Christmas celebration. So right here we've got a white long sleeve shirt. It's made of Christmas cookies, and you got some gingerbread men on the arms. You've got a green long sleeve shirt here that says SeaWorld Christmas Celebration. And it has all these ornaments all over it. And this is kind of like your ugly Christmas sweater. Even though it's really cute, it just says Merry Bright SeaWorld. And it just is a really cute hoodie or like a little sweatshirt to bring home. But there's all sorts of stuff that's just specific to Christmas. It's really awesome here. So there's a display right in front of the store where we've got Christmas cups. And they say things like, have a cup of cheer, 'tis the season to be jolly, merry and bright. And then right above there, we have some Christmas frames that you can bring home. And you can actually like stick a photo in here from your visit to SeaWorld. Nice and solid, so put up a nice special picture that you have. We've got some Christmas ornaments over here. And lastly, we have some t-shirts, because who doesn't love a t-shirt? This one is supposed to be a shark. And it says, have a holly jolly Christmas, but like Jawly. And then over here we've got a little penguin wrapped in Christmas lights. And it says, merry and bright. And it says, oh dear, and we've got a penguin and he's got antlers on. And his little antlers are decorated for the holidays. Last thing I want to show you guys, it's like a little shot glass, I think, or a cup.
A little mini mug almost.
Look how pretty that is, though. This would be like if you're gonna have like a little tiny cup of tea. Let's say a cup of tea in your Christmas mug. We had to show you guys these. These are so cute. So we have a Shamu Santa or a killer whale Santa and a Santa penguin. These are so cute and so soft and cuddly. I mean, if I was asking somebody to get it for me, I bet I could convince them to get it for me because they're so cute and need to come home with me.
What are you trying to say, Danny?
Can I please bring them home with me?
Maybe. If you're a good girl this holiday season.
Dang it.
So that's going to just about do it for our day here at SeaWorld Orlando. 2 days in a row at SeaWorld Orlando Christmas. It was awesome.
I am so happy that you enjoyed going to SeaWorld.
I kid you not, and you can quote me on this. This is the capital letters, italic, bold, underline, the best Christmas celebration in all of Orlando.
Now, when I say I'm so glad that you enjoy it, it's because I grew up going to SeaWorld, and I have always loved going to SeaWorld, and now that we live under 10 minutes from a SeaWorld
I know, right up
the
street.
I live under 10 minutes from a SeaWorld again. I love that you're enjoying it and that, you know, that we just had such an amazing time, so much that you wanted to come a second day in a row.
The attractions were great. The live music was awesome. The fireworks were fantastic. The food was really good.
The shows were amazing. We got to see lots of animals.
The ambiance is just beyond words. It's so beautiful here.
We got to go and see the Sesame Street Christmas.
Right. And if you're a Sesame Street fan, you gotta come to SeaWorld Orlando because they literally have a Sesame Street here.
Yes.
And you need to come see it.
So overall, what are your final thoughts about coming to Christmas at SeaWorld for the first time?
I cannot wait to come again and again and again. This goes right up until the new year, so we're definitely going to come back at least a half a dozen times, probably.
Yeah, hopefully.
Because I had so much fun here. The lanyards were so worth it. We probably have to buy another one at some point because that's what we're going to do. But I can't recommend SeaWorld Christmas enough. Thank you to SeaWorld and thank you to all the people who are working here who did such an incredible job setting up this event this year.
Yeah, and like I said, I grew up going to SeaWorld San Antonio. I worked there for a very long time, and SeaWorld Orlando does such an amazing job. Thank you to all of the employees working during this holiday week, working so hard. We know it can't be easy. Happy Thanksgiving to all of our fellow park hoppers out there.
To you and yours.
Yes, so please enjoy this week, be safe, enjoy your loved ones, and we're gonna go ahead and head home so we can get ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow. But until next time,
we will see you around the parks.